All right, welcome to another edition of Tech Talk Tuesday. Yeah. All right, so if you are tuning in with us, let me know if you are watching live or you're watching the replay and why one day. I think that's straight. I'm honestly not sure. That camera, one day I'll get a camera that's like solidly straight on, because right now I feel like I'm like in a fun house. Like, what direction am I going? So for those of you who are new, Tech Talk Tuesday, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, we dive into some tech fabulousness. Right now, we are working our way through Calendly. Last week, we went over how to use the basic features of using an event on Calendly. And today, we're going to go over how to use Calendly along with your strategic calendar. Right. And so that's really important, because not just knowing how to use Calendly, but make sure that you're maximizing it. Right. So this isn't going to be necessarily as much for those who are using the free account, but if you're using one of the paid accounts and you have multiple appointment types, this is going to be super, super helpful for you. Right. This way you'll always make sure that your appointments are within your set times. So I'm going to walk through your strategic calendar, right? So if you don't already have one of these, comment with strategic calendar and I'll make sure to get that over to you. This is an awesome tool, right? So you put in over here how many hours you plan to work, right? So say it's 10 or say it's 20, and then all these numbers are going to change. Or if you put in 40, all these numbers are going to change. So that's really important to know, because this isn't like set in stone, but this is a really good guideline. 40% of your time should be dealt with prospecting, 30% in customer retention, 20% in business building, and 10% in strategy and admin. And the reason why it's really important to pay attention to all this is because if you find yourself, say you're putting in 20 hours a week, and you find yourself spending like 10 hours in admin, then we need to really reassess on where you're spending your time. And what's really cool with this sheet, what I've done is you can take your strategy, admin, and planning time and say you want to take a half hour for the first day every day. And you just copy admin and planning and paste it here. And what's cool is it will calculate that here for you. Right? Oh, no, this isn't the right. Well, I'll give you the correct one. This is not it. The correct one will actually calculate how many of these squares you've got. So let's go here and pull out the correct one. There we go. Actually, let's go to the public master. Yeah, nope. Yeah, okay, so this is the one. So if I take admin and planning and I copy this and I want to say Monday through Friday, see, I got 2.5 hours. So you copy what it is and you paste it here, and it will actually tell you how much time you've planned for that. Now, this is really important, because then you say you're going to have prospecting appointments, and you can do prospecting, I'm going to say on Mondays. No, that's Tuesday. So let's say I'll do prospecting appointments on Mondays from 1 to 4. And then I'll do them again on Wednesdays at the same time. Well, actually, for variation, let's call this here. Wednesdays here. And so we have some variety in time slots. We'll say that, right? So we have prospecting and sales appointments on Mondays from 1 to 4, Wednesdays from 4:30 to 7, 4 to 7, and Saturdays from 10 to noon, right? So that's going to give us 8 hours of prospecting and sales, which is awesome. So if you are putting in 15, let's try 16. let's try 20. There you go. If you're putting in 20 hours of work in a week for your network marketing for your business, then spending 8 hours on prospecting is perfect. So this is a great guideline for you. Now that we have our framework, this is where we want to do our prospecting and sales. So even if you're on the free account, this is vital, right? You need to decide, when are you doing your prospecting? When are you going to allow folks to book time with you, right? Because you don't need to be hyper available to serve others. I honor myself by restricting my time because I want to be fully present when I am there for my clients. I serve my clients better by making, I unfortunately erased part of my dry erase board when I wasn't thinking, and I had this amazing mantra, but long story short, I do not need to make myself hyper available to serve others. So that's just a little mantra I've got when dealing with scheduling, because that's always been a challenge for me, which is why I'm really good at having all these tools in place, because I need the tools because I can't do it naturally. All right, so now that we've got this planned out, now we're going to come over to Calendly, right? And so we're going to say your mini consult, right? This is the one that we're using that I use for prospecting. Or it could be like, you could be just like a simple one-on-one, right? However you want to do it. There's no wrong way on how you want to phrase it. It's your personal preference. So we'll call this mini consult. Now, when you go into the event in Calendly, you want to go to, when can someone book this event, right? So right now I will take my prospecting appointments. So for my mini consults, before someone goes to do an EO study with me, I'm available on Mondays from 11 to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's when I take my prospecting appointments. Now that can be the way to change it. If we want to make this match. Let's do this. So we want to make this match what we got on over here. And actually, you know what? I'm going to go to an appointment that I'm going to make a new one, so I'm not messing up my own schedule, because here we go. Test. We'll use the test appointment. So we will then go in here, and we're going to scroll down here, and we're going to say edit. We're going to say Mondays. We're available from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and apply to all Mondays. So Tuesdays, I'm unavailable. And I'm also going to apply that to Thursdays and Fridays and Sundays. And Saturdays, we are also available where you click on, so to do that, we click on the day, we click on Saturday, and then we're going to mouse up here to say new interval. And so then we're going to say Saturday from 10 a.m. till noon. All right. And now say, for example, if I wanted to add in over here, we'll call it, maybe I want to be available on Saturdays from, for another hour and a half from say 2 to 4, 2 hours from 2 to 4. Then I'm also going to click here, new interval, and say 2 p.m. Oh, no, not a.m., 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All right, and then apply to all Saturdays. Now here's another cool feature you can add in, right? So for example, say you're going to be on vacation. I don't want to take any clients on Halloween, right? So I'm going to click here on October 31st, and I am going to say I'm unavailable and apply to October 31st only, right? Because we want to make sure that we're not booking clients when we don't want to be there. Because if we're booking clients when we don't want to be there, they're going to know it. You're going to feel like crap, and it's just not going to be fun for anybody. All right. So now we've got that. Now you come in here to advanced, and you can decide how you want to show your increments and how many appointments do you want to max out in a day, right? Do you want to have more, do you have a maximum you want to deal with? How much bandwidth does your brain have, right? So can you take 4 clients in a day? Is that realistic? Can you take 3? I mean, that's only up to you. And then here's where we prevent the events less than so many hours away. And now that's important so that, you know, I don't want anyone to book me that's within the next 4 hours, because I'm not likely to look at my calendar to see for new appointments in that time frame. And then the buffer before and after, I typically would only recommend that you buffer after an event, right? This way it allows you, if you want to continue on, you run late, you're good. But if you buffer before and after, it can really limit your availability. So here, we're going to click save and close. And we already went over last week with the invitees and the notifications and all of that jazz. So, but what's important now is this availability here. Oh, nope, sorry, Wednesdays needs to be 4 to 7. 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right, so now this matches this schedule. So now when we are using Calendly, we're adhering to our strategic schedule, right? Our strategic calendar. Do you guys, I hope this is really helpful for you guys. This is vital for me and for how I function in my everyday life. And if you have the free version, this is how you would do it. You would just pick your one appointment type. And if you have the paid version, so then you can come back over here and pick your customer retention spots. When are you doing customer retention? Like that would be your follow-up appointments, your continued wellness reviews. So do you want those to be on the same days? Do you want them to be after them? Do you want to be on different days? It just depends on how your brain works, right? So for me, I like to have, I try to condense things to be on different days, but sometimes things will overlap, right? So like Saturdays, I actually make myself available for both prospecting and customer retention on my Saturdays, right? Just because I don't book a lot on Saturdays, but I want to make that my availability for people. So then you'll come in here and decide, where do you want to make yourself available for your retention? So for me, I do a lot of retention on, say, a Wednesday. So Wednesday, we'll say I want to do from 1 to 4 or 12 to 4. We'll do that here. Now that in this sheet is going to calculate, you now have 3 hours for customer retention, right? And now you can see I have a total of 18 hours planned in my strategic calendar, because I've got my admin and planning, and I've also got 3 hours of webinars, right? So I can actually take that off because we don't do Tuesdays anymore. Right? And so you see how that changed up there. So this is really helpful at helping making sure that you're using your time wisely. So now when you're using, say you save and close and you view the live page. So now if someone wants to come book time with me, and this would be for my prospecting, they can only book in the times that are available. Now what's even more awesome about this is you can see that there's different time slots available on even on different weeks, right? So like on the 10th, I have a 10 a.m., but on the 17th, I have a 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30. And that's because I already have other stuff on my calendar, and Calendly will check to see what's on your Google Calendar, right? So that's why this is such a great add-on piece to use in addition to your Google Calendar. I hope that's been helpful for everybody. I really 100% rely on Google Calendar and Calendly, and I hope this has been helpful for you to figure out why it's so awesome. If you need the strategic calendar, comment strategic calendar, and I will get that on over to you. If you need a little bit more guidance, just let me know and we'll be able to help you from there. And as always, don't forget, you can always join in on Zoom and stay for Q&A after the live stream. So y'all have a great day. Bye. Oh, and stay nerdy.